The Biden administration is releasing more oil from the nation's Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The Department of Energy says 45 million barrels of crude oil have been made available. It's part of a plan to release 1 million barrels of crude oil a day for 6 months. The White House hopes the release of oil will provide some relief from supply issues caused by the war in Ukraine. Many people are now bracing for an economic recession, and there are steps that you can take at home to prepare for that possibility. Jonah Kaplan reminds us of the lessons learned from the 2007 market crash.
The economy is like an ecosystem. Big spenders and little spenders feeding off each other to feed American families, like those who work at Peter's Billiards in Minneapolis.
Locally, we buy printing material, we buy packaging material for when we ship things, so that's helping the local economy. But then all our manufacturers, 80% of our products are made in the U.S.
In 2007, the failure of U.S. banks to back up mortgages leading to a great recession in the economy. When Americans stopped spending, companies stopped earning, which then stopped hiring. Unemployment rising from 5 to 9.5%. The poverty rate 12.5 to 15%. The sinking stock market wiping out $16 trillion in household net worth.
'08 was really tough, but we got through it without laying on anybody off. You know, we cut back hours. We don't think it's going to be that bad.
Today, the issue is inflation, not unemployment nor bogus banking. Energy prices, not to mention most things at the grocery store, almost out of control. The Federal Reserve hoping to fight inflation by raising interest rates and making it more expensive to borrow money. But if you do that, it's a delicate balance, because if you reduce the money in the market, you don't want to do it too much that it retracts the economy. Fortunately or unfortunately, expecting a tidal wave is different than getting crushed by a sudden one. So there are things you can do, including paying down debt and boosting emergency savings. Riding the wave also isn't such a bad thing.
You're not investing for the next 6 months. You're investing for decades in the future. You know, that little devil on your shoulder says, don't just sit there, do something. I turn it around and I say, don't do something, just sit there.
The Federal Reserve's two-day meeting starts today. Imagine the fright, coming home to find a mama bear ransacking your kitchen. You see it right there on the corner. There's her cubs walking in behind her. Now that happened in one neighborhood, and the game wardens had to then make a tough decision. Plus several injuries when a children's inflatable slide tips over.